Dragonite is now live in Pokemon Unite, which means it's time for some ability details and first impressions. Well done, Timmy Studios. Well, fortunately, Pokemon Unite DB has us covered. That wasn't even planned or scripted. This is all live. Yeah, we kind of already know Dragonite, but data mining is weird, and it's always going to be, like, incomplete until you get your hands on the Pokemon, which is why I don't care too much about, like, the data mining stuff. Also, sometimes Tencent takes those videos down. It's weird. Let's see what's going on with Dragonite. So, Marvel Scale increases defense when afflicted by a status condition for Dratini and Dragonair only. That's pretty good. We got Multi-Scale, reduces damage for a short time. Ability goes on cooldown after being triggered, Dragonite only. Now, I'm wondering if this actually counts into the passive for reducing cooldowns. So, attack Dratini basic ability becomes a boost attack every third attack, blasting water in front of Dratini, increasing damage and reducing the cooldown of Dratini's moves. Now, it does say move, so probably not multi-scale. That would have been pretty nifty, but we'll see how that plays out. This water attack also recovers hit points. So the whole thing behind Dragonite is that it rotates through different attacks, and then you get different benefits for it. So we have Dragonair. Boost attack triggers the same effect as Dratini's boost attack. If the electric attack hits, leaves enemies unable to act for a short time, and reduces Dragonair's moves when it hits. And then boost attack adds fire to the mix, deals additional damage, and reduces cooldowns. So pretty much you're either going to heal, hard CC them, or do bonus damage, and things get crazy. We also don't have the exact damage numbers, so we're going to see how good this is. Like, does Twister just snipe things out, and then you have a way of competing for lane creeps, or is it just not that great at all? Deals damage and decreases their movement speed, so it might line up for some crowd control or something. And then this is where Dragonite gets spooky to me. Like, Dragon Dance seems busted. It seems like the Calm Mind, one-shot Hyper Voice Sylveon kind of setup. So you dash, as if Dragon Dance wasn't good enough just buffing you out of control, but you also dash in a designated direction, reducing cooldown of the ability when attacking an enemy while the buff is active. So you attack people, and then you get cooldown reduction on Dragon Dance, and then you get your empowered attack, which also reduces cooldowns. Seems like you just want to get in there and hard brawl people. After using this move, attack speed, movement speed, damage done, and enhancing Hyper Beam. Every time you use this move, damage dealt is further increased, stacking up to 3 times. So, this is where things do get interesting for the Dragonite. Is it a longer-term Garchomp? Like, if you're in a fight longer than Garchomp, you're actually just, like, more insane and more crazier. Pre-nerf Garchomp, since the level 9 change did hard nerf the Garchomp. Or are you supposed to, like, be really tricky with it? So, like, you Dragon Dance, it says attacking an enemy. Now, enemy usually means, like, opposing Pokemon, not wild Pokemon. So I was, like, wondering, like, do you Dragon Dance hit, like, a Bee, Dragon Dance hit an Audino, and then, like, you get all the cooldowns where you get 3 stacks, and then you just wail on someone, or you have to find a way of, like, weaving through a fight, getting these stacks, so that way your Dragon Dance goes on cooldown enough to where you can actually make it to 3 stacks. If you don't make it on 3 stacks, then you're just doing 0 damage. So we got Dragon Breath. If the move hits an enemy, next attack becomes a boost attack. Pretty cool. You want to combo that as well. You want to go 1, 2, 3, Dragon Breath 3. If not, you're bad at the game. Also, we kind of skipped over Extreme Speed, but I mean, like, Dragon Dance is a dash. Extreme Speed is a dash. 9 seconds on a hindrance. This better do, like, 1 billion damage, or else I just see no reason. Like, Dragon Dance and then one of these two, unless Extreme Speed is, like, the sleeper shenanigans or something, does have a knock-up effect, which is pretty good. We can also check out the Hyper Beam. Fires a beam of energy in a designated location, hitting all enemies that it comes in contact with. Beam starts close, extending outward towards the target location. Dragonite cannot act during the duration of this move. So again, like, how good is Hyper Beam? Only 8-second cooldown. So it's not like what I was expecting, where it's like, oh, 15-second cooldown. You just use it and hope it lands to absolutely melt someone. And then also you get cooldown reduction on your auto attacks and stuff. So do you want to thread in, like, I don't know what they're going for here, because Dragon Dance empowers Hyper Beam, so it's not like, oh, Extreme Speed, dash around a fight to line up Hyper Beams. Not like Dragon Dance, Hyper Beam, also a play, and Dragon Dance just increases your damage, so that's kind of nuts. And then we have Outrage. Dragonite begins rampaging for 5 seconds. It starts by stomping on the ground, and then all of Dragonite's basic attacks are boosted, alternating through water, electric, and fire. When the rampage ends, Dragonite is left briefly unable to act. So, like, that looks insane. Like, that looks completely busted. Even like the self-hindrance. What if you're able to full heal that? If you can full heal the Outrage, nah. And then we have Draco Impact. This is the one that's also pretty crazy because it uses Unite Meter based on how far you travel. So it can only use 25% Unite Meter, or it uses 100. I actually really like this as like a new mechanic, but after Sarina, and after seeing all this, Dragonite seems like it's going to be overtuned and overstrong. Let's get into the game, and let's get into the practice tool to see what's going on here. One thing to test is going to be it's going to be Muscle Band. Because, like, if the attack speed gives you 1 extra auto attack throughout Outrage, that's going to be pretty good. So we're going to see how many Dragon Dance Outrages, auto attacks we can get. And then we're going to kind of, like, bring it together. So we got Dragonite, Battle Prep, we're set up. I really want to test that full heal. And then we can look into Hyper Beam and then, like, test out Extreme Speed. We're actually going to be here for a while. I'm going to have to, like, open up multiple lobbies and, like, try to figure out what's going on. Thank you, Timmy Studios, for putting me up against another Dragonite, even though we're just going to turn it off anyways. But yeah, like, this is going to be a thing. As for jungling, so you evolve at level 5 and level 8. Interesting evolution pattern, and then you get your Unite move at level 9. But it's not like, oh, you have like a little dash, so you can just dash over the wall. Wow, okay, this Pokemon was... Someone forgot to put something coding somewhere. Let's see, what does this look like? Oh, I thought that's actually a line nuke that doesn't do a lot of damage. I thought it was like a hurricane from that Pokemon that I used to play that's now escaping me because I don't know words, apparently. Cramorant. Man, I'm stupid. All right, so let's go to practice options. We get our move at level 8. So... let's just go to that. Like, I'm really interested in seeing how all of this stuff ends up playing out. Also, now it's getting a little claustrophobic in here, so we get rid of that. And we go Dragon Dance, and then we go Outrage. So I want to use Outrage. I want to see how this works. So we got Water. Oh, that's actually cool. It shows you which one you have. Dragonite just looking menacing over there for a while. That is not enough of a brief incapacitation for me to even care. Like, for all the benefits that you get, really? And you can cleanse it. And the cooldown starts when you start. So by the time it wears off, it's on like 1 second. So, no, 2 seconds, all right. Which makes sense. So now, Dragon Dance, pretty good dash. That's interesting. Oh yeah, that's right, you wanna be spamming this, that way you can have the full uptime of it. Okay, yep. Oh, it has like a weird little arc to it. Or not. Like, oh, you can either dash around an enemy, or you can do the manual targeting of this. And then that fire type attack does a lot of damage, and it seems to be health based if it's going to be doing like missing health. Why did we just randomly do 7,000 damage? Okay, that's why. So managing stacks, like, yeah, you actually just want to be mashing. I don't know if you have enough time to like really control it. Like, you know, if you want to do a dash while that goes through them while also trying to keep the stacks up or something. So that is interesting. And I just got a text. Man, this video is already scuffed, but I don't have time to like edit it or anything because we gotta get this out as soon as possible. So yeah, I forgot the name of Cramorant. My DoorDash arrived. So actually, what happens if we just dash? Oh, so sometimes it's that one. Yeah, there's not enough time to keep the uptime just mashing. And let's see what happens if you hit a wild Pokemon. Oh, okay, so actually wild Pokemon do count. This is what you want to do. You want to stack the Dragon Dance on a wild Pokemon and then like pull some shenanigans, like just come into the fight fully stacked and wreck them. Pretty cool. You can also play around with the Unite move for a bit. It's like, yeah, see the distance changes. So you can only use it when it's ready at 100%. Like if you could just go like 100, 75, 50, 25. No, not how it works. Also, after using the Unite move, you get even more attack speed. So this is gonna be kind of wacky. However, I'm trying to look at Dragonite. 5,000 health. I have just a Buddy Berry at level 9. Seems like a thick boy. Maybe doesn't have high defense or special defense, but all-rounders are kind of wacky on the stats. So yeah, sometimes it's straight, and then other times it curves.
You can do it!
That's weird to me. Alright. Maybe it depends on distance? I don't know. It seems to be more remaining health than missing health, because it starts off doing like 9,000 damage on the fire type one, and then it goes down. So, if it was an execution, that would actually be terrifying, but this isn't the craziest thing. Also, the crits aren't super crazy, so maybe you do want the muscle band over the other thing. But now let's get stacking, boys. So we do that. I don't like that it like puts you around and then takes like a half second for Dragonite to turn. So now we're doing some like crazy attack speed stuff, and then we go Outrage, and then we just punch, and then we just keep going, and we just keep punching, and then we keep out. Wait, nah, that's not okay. You can like just Outrage forever, so you don't even have to worry about the incapacitation. As long as like you just use everything while it's up. This is gonna be very carpal tunnel inducing. And then, like, what happens if we just use our Unite move point blank? Boom! Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. The Dragon Dance is going to increase all of your damage. So, by doing that, you just, like, also want to go even crazier, and then you get attack speed or something. Can any other Pokemon do this at level 9? Like, this much damage to the Subdoll? So, yeah, you just want to, like, just go nuts on this Pokemon, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I just love that. I just love the way he's just like all hunched over and crazy when he's outraging. Straight fiend right there. Now you do have to stay in the fight, so I'm thinking X speed is going to be the play. Like full heal does prevent you from getting like crazy crowd controlled. But if you have like Dragon Dance going, even if you get crowd control, you probably get to follow up on someone anyways. And then you just want like X speed to stick on them. That way you're getting like full uptime on all of this. Now, the question is really going to come down to items. Like, man, if you're spamming this much, you 100% want Razor Claw, but you're giving up, like, some crit chance. But if they're slowed and then you're also X-speeding, like, there's no way anyone gets away from you. However, this is, like, Ultimate Duelist. You don't get to, like, team wipe people. Garchomp can, like, team duel. Dragonite just seems to 1v1 really hard. Let's go and check out some other moveset ideas. Let's see if Hyper Beam's worth it at all. Alright, so I want to do Extreme Speed Hyper Beam first. Oh, no. Dude, targeted abilities are hit and miss, because, like, it helps to have a sure hit, but at the same time, like, if someone goes into a bush, you can't dash into the bush and, like, set up something on them. That's not a long range, and it doesn't dash through. What is the point of extreme speed? It does no damage, and it's just a knock. What? That has to be wrong. Like, what is the goal here? Does it, like, guarantee a Hyper Beam? It doesn't. But why did Hyper Beam just do so much damage? Again, this might be a total health scaling thing. Oh, wait, does Hyper Beam? No target. Whoa, Hyper Beam is sure hit. Or like at least needs a target, so you can't just blind it into a bush and do 6,000 damage. And I want to do this and then Dragon Dance, see like how much the empowered was. Okay, yeah, so it is a total health kind of scaling thing, it seems. 700 damage, you leave yourself unable to act. Oh, you can move while... Oh, that's actually... Wait a second. Is this kind of like the point that I use it while charging? No, I can't. Wow. You can't buffer it while charging. Like, what's the point of extreme speed then? How much do we do to camps? Good chunk. Yeah, there's something about the Subdoll that just like, since it has so much health, it gets like ridiculous numbers that don't make any sense. You want to go speedy, so like doing this while X attacking is kind of cool. Lining up a Hyper Beam into a fight is kind of cool. But yeah, like why can't I... Yeah, and like you have to choose a target, so it's not like you can dash to the side and then Hyper Beam through it or anything. We'll have to wait for like the full damage numbers and stuff, and then we can like figure out what's optimal for a guide, but so far I think everyone's gonna be running the same Dragonite. I think maybe the devs just didn't have an idea what else to do. Like Hyper Beaming is Dragonite's thing for the theme, but like I guess you just put it there for theme and you don't care if it's viable or not. Okay, so this is where things are gonna get weird because we have the Hyper Beam and then we get to empower the Hyper Beam. Also, we have to like have our... Oh yeah, that's right, things go on cooldown, and then we also need to get our stacks, so then we can do a one charge Hyper Beam. Whoa, that was like 50% more damage? I don't know if it's actually going to scale that way, but... Alright, so we have... Actually, no, okay, we can just go one stack, and then straight Hyper Beam. So, that, Hyper Beam Core Fish. That seems like a significant amount of damage. It went from like 700 to 900-ish. So it changes something about the scaling, and I think there might have been like a base hit that also did more because it hits a couple times. So now what happens if we do it twice? So we got 2. Oh, no, now Hyper Beam is like showing an animation of being even more empowered. And it empowers for the entire duration. So yeah, see, like Hyper Beam looks fat there, and then it gets fatter, and then it gets nuts. Yeah. I think this plus Muscle Band will be able to like KO the Subdull or like bring it to 0 health for like the first time ever. I don't think Muscle Band is going to be viable on Dragonite at all because you can cancel the Outrage incapacity. So wait, that's right. We need to charge the stacks and then like find something else to hit so that way we don't drop it. All right, what does this do? Like several thousand damage. Okay. Yeah, again, the Subdull is kind of sketch. But yeah, like, I guess that's kind of the thing, because, like, you keep this up, and then you're using, like, empowered attacks, and you're still fighting, and you get, like, you want to just get, like, 2 ridiculous Hyper Beams off in a fight. And it is, like, that does have that sure hit targeting, so that could lead to some pretty crazy stuff. And then, like, maybe snipe someone off in the back of the fight. And remember, you can move while using it. This is going to be a very technical Pokemon. Because, like, if you can move while using it, then you just kind of, like, want to line up and then, like, keep going. And if you do that into a fired empowered attack, or no, that's electric. Because like your empowered attack also has bonus range. No, you're just range. What? I didn't even know Dragonite was range. I thought you were just. I guess Outrage puts you in melee or something. Because I expected Dragonite to be range, but okay, like, yeah, you can just kind of be mid in the fight. You also don't have to hit anything with the Dragon Dance, so you can like use it to this might actually be viable. I'm thinking that one of these is viable. Or both of these are viable. Like, you can go Outrage, just crazy. You can go Outrage and become better Garchomp. Or you can try to be, like, a pseudo-mixed attacker and do, like, crazy Hyper Beam snipes. But this is going to take some time to master. That's going to be tricky. Alright, cool. I'm going to do some gameplay here in a bit, but I want to, like, kind of figure out the abilities, because not Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp 2.0. Dragonite isn't as plug-and-play as some of the other Pokemon. Like, when Gardevoir came out, pretty easy to figure out what Gardevoir is going to do and wants to do. Same thing for, like, Sylveon. But then we have, like, Sarina, and Sarina's just a mess. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.